got all of the options to keep Shulk out, but at the same time, Shulk has ways to get in. Okay, here we go. Good luck, sir. Alright, starting us off, we're in speed. Sean's in speed form. Sensei's trying to keep him out. Just looking for openings. I feel like the Buster effect is a little bit too sudden. Going into shield there. He's just burning all of his Monado. I'm not 100% sure if this is like the best option, but I don't play Shulk. Goes back in speed form. He's not really getting that opening that he needs. Both players just kind of trying to look for that opening. Sensei just keeps getting all this extra, like all the little hits here and there, just a little bit. Welcome to the party.
Thank you. So, yeah, the main thing about this matchup is that with Shulk's Giant Sword, every time Snake pulls out a grenade and just, like, stays next to it, like, Shulk's probably going to hit the grenade and it's going to blow up, so...
Yeah, that's those big hitboxes.
Yeah, so Ranger's just trying to play the farthest game he possibly can, so that's why you're seeing him burn through, like, all these arts and, like, playing the Campy game, because it's very easy for the damage to pile up, and now we're back to an even game.
There we go. So it's effectively, it's just a game of keeping each other at arm's reach while also trying to get those hits.
True. Like, Ranger's really going to be looking for those openings where there's not a grenade out, so he has more freedom to go and hit Sensei for bad funds like that. That up B is very huge.
Definitely. Plus, I can imagine he probably wants to look for openings with the Buster Art, just rack up that damage.
Yeah, but especially with the, taking damage from grenades. With Buster, like both Shulk and the opposing character both take big damage.
It's definitely a double-edged sword in this case.
Going high.
Smash Art not going to kill there. Snake's pretty heavy.
Ooh, risky up B, but thankfully the grenade didn't make him get too hard punished.
I feel like that's like a neat tool that a lot of characters have against Snake, is that there's a lot of times like there's times where you want to get hit by the grenade. Like you can throw out a move like that that's unsafe, but then you get hit by the grenade and just refreshes you.
Yeah, the grenade just makes sure that it's better a grenade than an up tilt or something like that.
An up tilt, C4, or anything like that. Good luck in the game, sir.
Yeah, I figured you'd have to be going pretty soon. No problem. I was just looking at that part of bracket. All right, cool. So, yeah, Sensei's been coming here from North Jersey. He's been actually coming with Ram. They both play Snake, both from North Jersey, kind of same parts. Actually, we're both really solid during the time when DNA was a little bit more active before quarantine. So they've been coming out here, though, and honestly, last week they were both kind of a terror. I think they were each eliminated by Jackal and Stefan, who got first and second. So aside from them, I don't want to say they were uncontested, but they definitely didn't. They would have made it through the bracket if not for Jackal and Stefan. So in any case, it does look like Ranger is kind of taking it to him, though.
Back air to face will do that.
Yeah, he's always landing those back airs, too. I mean, that's just something you really got to look out for from Shulk. So much range, even if there's, it doesn't even need Smash Monado, that move could kind of kill you.
I feel like all of his normals, just apply more pressure than like other sword characters' normals would. Obviously, like Sephiroth not included, but
yeah, he's got a little bit of that going on. I think there's the thing is like he has range, but it's not like over the top range like Sephiroth. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like there's still elements of the Smash 4, and I know he's a lot laggier in there in Smash 4, but it's like he still kind of operates like a regular character, sort of, outside of Monado. I'm saying that, and I know right now so many people are raging internally, whether it be YouTube bot or chat. But, I mean, I don't know. Shulk is not a new character. Like, he's got his weird things, but at the end of the day, like, I don't know. By this game's standards, that sword isn't that crazy anymore.
Yeah, I remember hearing, like, in relation to his changes from Smash 4, it's almost like they gave him, like, the Hyper Monado custom. But I don't know how valid that statement is. But.
Well, no, the Monado is definitely way better than it than it ever was. It goes by quicker, like the chart or the individual Monados don't last as long, but they're easier to switch to. And it seems like they're just a little, I don't know, they just feel like they integrate better into the game. And they change quicker. But yeah, so if there's one thing I've noticed about Ranger in the past few weeks, or I should say the past season, because he's been so good this season, he's gotten really good at changing Monados and really getting them out in situational uses. So you'll see right now, I mean, he was in a ledge guard situation, and that back throw wasn't enough with the smash Monado, but regardless, like, you know, there's a lot of ways that Ranger's been able to sort of find a kill, whether it be off stage or on stage, regardless, or depending on Monado, because he switches it up, and that's really what this character's all about. But as I'm talking about that, Sensei just plays the up tilt, and easy pickings if you're Snake.
I feel like at this point, with the one stock lead from Sensei, I feel like at this point it's just how much extra credit can he rack before he finally takes a hit to the face. Like
yeah, Snake's a good character for that too.
Oh, eats the full nair.
Yeah, Sensei's doing a nice job keeping this space. I think you really got to do this in this case. Force Ranger to either have to pull out a speed or a jump Monado, and then kind of make him sort of have to use the Monados in different situations. So if Sensei's making him like basically approach, he's probably going to have to use one of those Monados to get in.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the best option in his end here is just getting him to burn those resources, getting those options out the book right away.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, Sensei is obviously doing a great job. He's kind of tracking him down wherever he is. He's doing it from a distance. That's how you got to do it. I mean, that sword does still have distance. Might not be the biggest sword in the game anymore, but
he's doing everything he can to really like control the pace of the game. Like say, okay, well you're playing by my rules now. Still not dead to that.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I think we're already kind of in that situation. I don't want to count Ranger out yet because, especially with Monado, there's so many ways you can come back. But it does look like Sensei has really cleaned up a lot of what was the issue in the first game. So I won't be surprised to see Game 3. As I mentioned, I mean, Sensei made his way through this bracket last week pretty handily outside of places 1 and 2. But if Ranger's not careful, man, I mean, it could happen quick.
Well, and there's the up tilt. Not getting away from that up tilt.
Yeah, so gonna be going back to the drawing board on that one if you're Ranger, and I feel like we've seen that a lot with him in these brackets where there's just some days he kind of lets someone back in a little bit, and you know he'll come back and he'll take it. But we'll see which Ranger we get today. He's been pretty consistent at these, but this is actually a really awkward winner's round 3 as I'm talking about it. So yeah, next round will be winner's quarters, but this is kind of a weird part of bracket because Sensei is plenty capable of winning the set, but Ranger places so well in these where he's a top seed, so they meet earlier. Because Sensei's only here, you know, last week was the first time he's been here, and then this week the second week. So it's the way the seeding works out. There's a lot of very top heavy in these brackets.
Ranger's already pulling out a pretty strong lead, and right as I say that, Sensei's getting 2 dash attacks in.
Ooh, wow.
He's got a backslash right into that grenade.
Yeah, he actually got the back on that backslash.
It's not very often you actually even see that move come out, let alone actually get the back hit.
Yeah, he's been using it to recover, and I got to tell you, I actually think it's a really good strategy. It seems like it's been working out for him. A lot of people, like, there's ways, I think you kind of hit it from underneath or whatever, but I feel like Ranger's made his way back to stage quite a bit using that move, where it's like he doesn't pay for it. So, yeah, he had that one.
That was a trap there.
Yeah, he had that one waiting. He was charging that for a little while.
Can Ranger clear the stock out? That is the question of the game. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he had Smash Monado out. He had back air ready. Even if that Smash Monado wore out, that back air probably still would have did it. Pretty strong, especially at the tip there.
I don't know. Does Shulk Sword have tipper properties?
There's some moves like that back air. I think hits a little better towards the tip of it versus like the hilt. I might be wrong on that though. So I mean, if anyone is in chat and knows the answer, feel free to throw that out there. But I do think that there's some degree of there's probably some sour spots on it at the very least.
Not the best use of vision there. Not the best use. Look a little yikesy with that C4 down, but he times the iframes on the get up there. There's that up tilt. Don't really want to count Sean out here, but
well, at this point, I feel like he's having a hard time. Like, I think Sensei has really just adjusted to keeping his distance, and I do think that has really affected Ranger, because that was just something that didn't happen in the first game. They were a little more scrappy in game 1, and then I think Sensei was like, okay, let me dial this back a second. I, got the swords, got Minato. I got grenades, I got Nikita, and he's been able to make it work.
Sean's just not having a good time with those grenades and shield.
So this is a big moment here. I mean, this is a pretty big lead to get with this last stock coming up. Shield Minato's out. I don't want to say it was premature, but now it is offline. So, ooh, wow. Very lucky on that, because that probably would have killed.
That was 100% the heavy armor on the up-B. Like, I think if it was in any other mode, that might have connected, and that up tilt's going to take the game.
Yeah, I mean, really well played by Sensei overall. I mean, I just think he adjusted. I think he adjusted really well, and I think that was kind of what happened on that set. And that's something I've kind of seen Ranger, I don't want to say fall victim to, but there's times where it's like he'll get a really good game 1, and then I don't know if he gets a little comfortable, a little complacent, or it's like, okay, this is working, and then someone adjusts. But either way, I mean, definitely not a set that's out of Ranger's grasp. I do think that Sensei, though, is really good, man. He's been good. He's been PR'd plenty of times. So, I mean, it's no surprise. And, again, last week only went out to Stefan and Jackal. So, I mean, that's who got first and second last week. So,
I mean, hey,
not surprised.
Those are